Hi, it's Marcel with Guaranteed Rate. It is February 1st, 2021, and I wanted to give you a quick market update. So some of the things that I'm actually seeing going on right now that are a little unusual is builders actually not coming to terms with clients sometimes on some of the finish outs on new builds, and in fact allowing the contract to be terminated. So why would a builder do this? Well, the reason is because if a client is in a build process and let's say something doesn't end up working out exactly the way that both parties thought. If the client goes back to the builder and says, hey, I need this corrected, I need this fixed, you have to do this, or I'm going to basically withdraw from the contract. Normally a builder would say, no, that's not going to work, let's go ahead and get it fixed and move on. However, right now, because home prices have appreciated so quickly, the builder that sold that home maybe 5-6 months ago and is now in the build process, well, they can actually sell that same home now for possibly $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 more than the original contract just a few months ago. And so you're actually seeing builders be a little bit less cooperative in the build process if any changes need to be done, adjustments, or if there wasn't a really proper communication between what the expectations were. So with builders, certainly be aware that that's the case. Also right now, inventories are at historic lows. It's a great time for home sellers to list their home because it does mean that more than likely that home is going to not sit on the market as long. Days on market are very, very short right now and probably get top dollar. But you have to remember that if there is a frenzy on your home, that may not end up being the appraisal value. And let me kind of explain that. If a home ends up getting, let's say, 20, 30, 40 offers on it, what ends up happening is typically a seller is going to go with the offer that ends up netting them the highest amount of money. However, as we've seen, sometimes crazy things can happen. I know right now in the stock market, there's crazy things happening with certain stocks. And so if the offer amount on a seller's property is not going to be equivalent to the appraised amount, then the buyer either is going to have to make up the difference, or the seller and buyer are going to have to come to some type of meeting point, or let's say an average between the two, or possibly even lower down to market value. Why is that? Because when a lender is lending on a property, they're going to have an appraisal done, which is looking at what is the value of this property in comparison to comparable sales. Now, people will say, hey, well, Marcel, right now it's a red hot market. That's why it should be higher. Well, last month was a red hot market. The month before was a red hot market. And the month before that was a red hot market. So when an appraiser is using comps, in essence, they're using comps from a red hot market. So be very, very careful if you're listing a home or possibly buying a home. Make sure that you do have your realtor do a CMA on the property so that you can have a proper expectation of what the market value is so that you can determine exactly what you're going to be paying for a property or what you're going to be selling a property for. In any case, I'm Marcel with Guaranteed Rate. If you do have any questions, please let me know. Best number is 972-672-3246 and make it a great day. Thanks.